Welcome to another CTV Sports presentation. CTV Sports is brought to you by St. Clair Chevy Buick GMC. We care. By Murphy Inn Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. By North Star Bank, North Star, guiding the way. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware. And by CTV, Community TV for Marine City and St. Clair.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to St. Clair Saints Girls Varsity Basketball. John Carter along with Brad Robbins, and we're pleased to bring you tonight's game. Big Reds of Port Huron take on the Saints of St. Clair. Saints are looking for the first victory of the season. Last Friday, they were knocked off in Anchor Bay, only by 2 points. Port Huron has won its first game, beating Marysville earlier last week. Two pretty good teams here squaring off. Port Huron in the blue, Saints will be in the gold. You hear the buzzer. Both teams have left the floor. We'll now be ready for the playing of the national anthem and the announcing of the teams with Coach Denny White.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and face the flag? Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we honor America this evening with the singing of our national anthem by St. Clair High School's own Allison Child. Tonight's varsity contest between the Big Reds of Port Huron High School and the Saints of St. Clair High School. Tonight's starting lineups in a spirit of sportsmanship read in alternating fashion, beginning with the Big Reds. Junior, number 1, Jenna Holtzberger. For the Saints, senior, number 1, Juliana Cataldo. For Port Huron, sophomore, number 3, Madison Blanchard. For St. Clair, senior, number 3, Mia Jansen. For the Big Reds, sophomore, number 11, Emma Trumley. For the Saints, senior, number 4, Alexa Rutledge. For Port Huron, senior, number 13, Julia Curry. For St. Clair, sophomore, number 10, Christina Bone. For the Big Reds, sophomore, number 23, Morgan James. For the Saints, senior, number 24, Savannah Green. The Big Reds are coached by Becky Gilbert, assisted by Nicole Mallory. The Saints They're coached by Mike Bullard, assisted by Todd Green.
Well, welcome back, everybody. John Carter along with Brad Robbins. And Brad, Saints have another pretty tough opponent here starting off the season.
Yeah, the first 3 games in the slate for the Saints this year, I think a pretty large departure from the competition that they saw on a consistent basis from last season. Really, I came away impressed the first time you and I covered the Lady Saints last week. They played a very good Port Huron Northern team, and I thought they actually showed pretty well in the first half, ran out of gas and ran into a good team, and then obviously had to travel to Anchor Bay in their opener, and by all accounts, a tough battle. It doesn't sound like they played their best game for a couple of quarters there, got behind, fought back, and just fell short at the end. Not to give the excuse that you ran out of time, but I don't know that it was a poor showing. And now you welcome in Port Huron, who's coming off an impressive victory against Marysville and a team that knocked off Northern in the districts last year, as you and I talked about. So another challenge in front, but the Saints are looking to get off the schneid here and get their season going in the direction that they know it can.
All right. Bohm to Rutledge down deep. Mia Jansen turns in, blocked by Port Huron. Holzberger all the way in, and she's going to pick up the foul. Not sure if it's going to be outside or who actually is going to be on.
St. Clair foul, number 10, Christina Bohm.
First one on Bohm, and number 1, Jenna Holzberger, will be shooting 2.
Right away, we see the Port Huron Big Reds in transition. That was an issue at the early part of the game against Northern, is that Northern was able to get out and run and get to the line and push the pace a little bit. Saints going to have to do a good job getting back as Holzberger takes to the cup and draws a foul on Christina Bohm, who has played well as a sophomore to start. They need her on the floor.
All right, a little pressure from the Big Reds. Rutledge back to Jansen in the middle. Bohm, hard to the right. Cataldo open, 3-pointer is a little long, and on the floor is Rutledge with some hustle. Nice pass to Bohm. Up in and scores and draws a foul.
Great look by Mia Jansen to see through the trees there. Christina Bohm asserts herself. Hoop in the arm. Is going to go to the line. Great job by Mia Jansen. Good luck.
And let's credit the hustle by Alexa Rutledge as she got on the floor. Stole that ball away on the rebound. And the Saints have a chance to take a lead. Bohm knocks it down. Christina Bohm, sophomore. Here comes Holzberger to land shoot. That's going to be an illegal pick on number 11, Emma Trombley. Didn't get set on that pick.
Something that jumps out early for us here is Saints look like the matchups in terms of size seems to be pretty square on the floor right now. Wasn't the case last time out on this floor, so that'll be nice to not have to have all that length in their face today.
Savannah Green. And that's going to be a 3-second underneath the basket. Guards aren't used to exiting the lane quick enough, and that's what happened.
Trying to find a soft spot there, and she found one. Just took a little too long in that space. Turned over.
Hard to the basket. Number 11 was Trombley. Couldn't get it. Rebound by Jansen. Rutledge comes up quickly. Mia gets a pick from Green. Pass and go, and Green can't quite make it. Good play, though, by Mia Jansen. Here comes Trombley. Tipped away, but a little bit of bad luck there. Went directly to number 23, Morgan James, under the basket. Rutledge back to Jansen. Rutledge again. Jansen. Bohm gets it to Cataldo. Cataldo outside. Rutledge open. 3. Back rim, no good. Over the basket. And we Port Huron ball.
Gotta like the patience. St. Clair against the trap there. Did a nice job getting it across. Got a couple good looks for 3 on each end of it. Maybe a shot fake and a dribble drive is next up on the order here as neither shot would fall.
Trombley. Back out to Holzberger. Deep. Nice shot, number 13. That was Jillian Carrier. There's a 2. Jansen, Rutledge. Jansen again. Up quickly. Green. Savannah Green in the middle. Jumper. And just wouldn't roll in. Good looking shot. 6-3.
Really like the initial patience by the Saints against that zone. Unfortunately, they're coming up empty on their end, and Port Huron's cashing in on the other.
Landshut, Madison Landshut, knocked it down. Quickly up Cataldo. Green can't handle the pass. That ball was just tipped on the way in. It changed its trajectory just a bit.
Makes it tough to catch and easy to turn over.
9-3, 5:15 left, first quarter. Down deep.
Being with a tough matchup there. Port Huron catches it.
James with the basket, 11-3. Jansen in the middle, Bohm. Outside to Rutledge.
Nice job to keep her pivot foot there by Bohm. Touch and go there for a second. Held
Down
it
deep,
together.
Cataldo. Turns in, turns over. .23, right. That's James, and quick timeout from Coach Mike Boulard, and good looking shooting from Port Huron.
Yeah, that's a tough wave there. I don't know that you're going to be able to count on that for 4 quarters if you're the Big Reds, and if you're Coach Boulard and the Saints. You got to chalk that one up to the first wave and try to cut this deficit down for the next 4.5 minutes here in the first quarter. I really actually like the way the Saints are breaking the trap until they get down to the in the half court. They've turned the ball over quite a few times here in the early going, and that's led to some good opportunities for the Big Reds, and they're cashing in. I don't know, they may have missed 2 shots here in this opening stretch. It's a pretty good clip.
And we saw this a little bit last week. Anchor Bay Saints got behind pretty far. I know Coach Boulard would like to see a complete game. The first quarter and a half was very good against Northern. The last quarter and a half was very good against Anchor Bay. There's a 4-quarter opportunity here someplace for the Saints.
Yeah, and that's going to have to start on the defensive end, and I think the one common thing that I've seen here is the Saints haven't done a great job of getting back in transition, and they're leaving that last shooter open, and you got to credit the Big Red shooters for making their shots, but the Saints got to scramble a little bit better and clear some of that stuff up and take advantage of these opportunities here.
Cataldo, Jansen, open 3. He's got it. Nia Jansen with a knockdown 3 off the pass from Cataldo. Big shot. Saints needed that.
Big shot, yeah, coming out of that stretch. Makes the timeout totally worth it. And then you're going to get a lot of those opportunities if you're the Saints. You got to cash in on some of those. Get the ball to your shooters in the corners against that trap.
Knocked away by Green. Gets it to Jansen.
Great
and
hustle
to be
play.
Saints basketball. Good play by Savannah Green. Jansen, Cataldo. And she draws the foul. And that's what Juliana Cataldo, no fear going to the basket.
No, she got a nice baseball pass feed in the corner and aggressively attacked the rim. She already tried to settle for a 3-pointer in the corner, which she can do, but isn't her identity. This time puts the ball on the deck, gets right in there, draws the foul, goes to the line.
Cataldo's a senior, shooting 2. First one's up, back rim no good. Delana Osco comes in for St. Clair. She's going to replace Bohm. Number 22 for Port Huron, Julia Gilbert. And number 15, Madison Gilbert. Second one's around the rim and will not drop. Saints not getting a lot of rim luck here. Quickly up is Gilbert.
First thought as Delana Osco enters the game is how she's going to handle Trombley on the perimeter. Trombley's got good size, so it's a natural matchup, but I've noticed here early, Trombley's got a good first step. She can get to the rack, and she's not afraid to handle the basketball for a kind of a point forward look.
Julia Gilbert will bring it in for Port Huron. Trombley. Gilbert. Out front. Holzberger. That's really good shooting. And at some point you just have to assume there'll be some misses. Osco. Taken away by Port Huron. Trombley knocked away by Jansen. Good play by Mia Jansen, but Saints trying to stay in contact. 17-6. Got to be tough with the basketball.
Tough spot against the trap there for Delana Osco. Not a natural ball handler. Gets it in kind of a coffin corner at the top. Nice job by Mia Jansen to come back and give the Saints an opportunity to defend it instead of an easy layup.
Madison Gilbert back to Holzberger. 23 is James. James, three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Jansen, and back to Rutledge. The block's out by Mia. Port Huron in a man-to-man. That's got to be a bounce pass. Osco, open, three-pointer, no rim. Rutledge, right in and scores. Good strength by Alexa. Saints now trail 17-8.
Rutledge's hustles led to a couple baskets. One for Christina Bohm earlier, and now gets her own on an offensive board. Big play by the senior.
Gilbert outside, Holzberger down deep. Knocked away and controlled by Port Huron, but a little off balance was Gilbert when she traveled.
Might have got away with one early in the possession, so evens itself out there, and the ball goes back to the Saints. Those are the type of plays, the ball's on the floor and it's loose. The Saints are going to get themselves right back into this thing. Those are the plays they're going to have to win and come up with the basketball.
Kara Donaldson comes in the middle, over to Rutledge. Rutledge, Donaldson, Jansen, three, got it. In rhythm, Mia Jansen.
Nice job of finding her shot, getting her feet set, and getting it up.
James, cross court, Gilbert, three-pointer, rim no good, rebounded by Osco. That's going to be a foul on James, I believe. 23, Morgan James picks up her first.
Saints on a little 8-3 run here in the last few minutes after that timeout. Done a nice job of settling in. They're getting some shots of their own to fall now.
Carrier comes in, replaces James. Don't lose any size there. Holzberger on Rutledge, over to Jansen.
I mentioned the size at the outset. The size of the starters actually is smaller than the reserves that Port Huron brings off the bench.
Up quickly. Port Huron. Trombley. Holzberger out to Gilbert. Down deep. Trombley. Got a little bit of advantage there. Gilbert in and out. Rebounded by Green. And intercepted by Port Huron. And they're letting them play a little bit, which it's varsity. That's what happens. But Saints got to be stronger and tougher with the ball. Osco, nice pass, Green, and that's going to be a foul called.
Tough spot there. It's hard to say whether or not. It ended up being a nice pass, but I'm wondering if Delana Osco should just go up with that one right away. Saints doing a nice job of getting the ball into the rim area off that trap. Need to cash in. Mentioned letting them play at that end. You know,
Savannah Green with one.
Savannah did a nice job of going up and getting the rebound, kind of got knocked down. It's one of those tough spots where you're trying to get rid of the basketball going forward, so it's not an easy layup, and unfortunately there it was.
Second shot for Savannah is good as well. Number 14, Alexis Joshua in for the first time. 35 seconds left. 19-13, Port Huron.
Tough switch.
In and out, rebounded by Green to Joshua, and she's quick. Up ahead, Cataldo. Back out, Donaldson. Cataldo, Joshua. 14 seconds left. Knocked away by Port Huron. A little bit of a break there. Saints were in a tough spot. 9 seconds.
Good opportunity here for the Saints. Run an inbound play. Get a look within these 9 seconds. See if you can cut it a little more.
Donaldson, 3 seconds. aware of the ball and the time. And that's got a little bit of an unusual group there at the end of the first quarter. But Saints, after the first one, trailed 19-13. We'll be back in just a moment after these words from our sponsors.
North Star Bank is a true community bank whose loan approvals are made locally by bankers who live in our community, understanding your needs, and will meet face-to-face to discuss what's important to you. From opening accounts to recommending products and services, North Star Bank looks forward to sitting down with you and building a strong relationship to reach your financial goals. North Star Bank, guiding the way. Loans are subject to credit approval, equal housing lender, and member of FDIC.
Welcome back, everyone. Start of the second quarter. And again, a pretty well played first quarter. Port Huron started out extremely hot, number of threes, and they started missing a couple of baskets there as the Saints made a little bit of a comeback. Saints will come back on the floor. Carol Donaldson, Alexa Joshua, Juliana Cataldo, Savannah Green, and Delina Osco. Port Huron will have Holzberger, Gilbert, Trombley, other Gilbert, and Carrier. Carrier to Gilbert. This is Trombley. Long three-pointer, in and out, no good. Rebound was off the head of somebody, and it'll be St. Clair basketball.
Savannah Green goes up to rebound, kind of pulls it down and bounced it right off the head of a Port Huron Big Red. Big couple possessions for some non-starters here, getting some valuable, really important minutes here for the Saints.
Osco over to Cataldo. Juliana. Donaldson. And maybe tried to do a little bit too much. Up ahead is Holzberger. Long three-pointer. Got it. Julian Carrier. Steal by Holzberger on the floor. And it'll be jump basketball and arrow favoring St. Clair. Couple mistakes there the last two times down court, and Saints bring back their starters. But as you said, it's valuable still before the league season, and the girls are getting a chance to play against pretty good competition. Rutledge, guarded by Holzberger, over to Jansen, and now Christina Bowen back in.
Sometimes you got to look for those opportunities to get kids those big minutes. They'll pay off for you later.
Cataldo, great rebound. Boom, gets fouled. And Juliana's got to be the shortest person on the floor, and she just offside rebound, went after it. Nice pass to Bohm, and Christina will be on the line shooting two.
Yeah, she's always had a nose for the ball, knows how to get kind of where it's going, does a great job. Plus, she's tough. She's got contact courage. She's not afraid to leave a game with some bumps and bruises, and understands that that's part of the process. So, big possession here, and Christina Bohm's cashing in.
Second shot's up. It's good as well. 22-7, 15, 7 points. Saints with a jump defense here, and timeout quickly called by Port Huron coach Vicky Gilbert, and that was unexpected, and the Saints had a good situation there.
Yeah, that was actually a really nice call there by Coach Boulard to put that on quick off the made free throw. Girls did a good job of executing that. You mentioned it being early in the season. That's nice to see. And just in terms of the chess match goes, if you get to the fourth quarter and Coach Gilbert can really use the timeout, we can reference that spot, because that's just a coaching move there that gets a one-up in a situation that might come about later. So for the Saints, to have this game at 7 points right now, honestly, as well as the Big Red shot in that first 3.5 minutes, not outright disappointing. I think they'll want to clean up some of the turnovers and keep being aggressive on offense. I think things will be okay.
Saints come out. More of a full court man-to-man look here.
Look to run and jump a little bit here.
Up ahead and causes a turnover.
Might have found something here that Big Reds haven't seen. You know, they played one game and it's against Marysville, and they beat up on Marysville, but I don't know that Marysville's quite like they have been. So maybe apply a little pressure to these guards and see if they can handle it.
Rutledge. Boom. Drives to the middle.
probably got to shoot that if you're Christina. You want to come off looking for it.
Outside, Rutledge, 3. In and out, no good. Rebound is foul called. That's second one on Bohm. And
a push there. She didn't have the position to be as aggressive as she was being and got caught for it.
Claire Donaldson will be in for Cataldo.
Initially, I thought that foul was going to be called on Juliana Cataldo, which I would not have agreed with, but I think Bohm was a little bit out of position and ultimately got hit with the foul.
It's a travel, but they got away with it. 3-pointer, no good. Rebound is fought for. Another 3.
This is the problem. If you want to trap and play zone, you got to make sure you rebound on the back end of it. And this is about the 4th shot of this possession for the Big Reds.
And Bohm finally with the rebound. Up ahead, Donaldson. 3-pointer. In and out, no good. And here comes Holzberger. Land shoot all the way in. Didn't get it. Rebounded by Donaldson. And these refs have shown they're not going to.
Officials are letting them play.
They will not reward you for a forced shot simply because you flail your arms. Boom. Turns in and taken away by. Oh, don't do that.
They might give you a step or two also if you don't keep your pivot foot.
That's going to be 3 on Christina Bohm, and that's an inexperienced foul right there.
70 feet away from the rim. Not where you want to pick up your third in the first half with 5:20 to play.
And she's so important for the Saints because she has that ability to score underneath the basket, and the Saints will be undersized now for the remainder of the first half. Diana Osco comes in. Land shoot, long 3, and rebounded by Green. Quickly to Rutledge. Now starting to miss a little bit of those. Cataldo got it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Travel was called ahead of time.
It's interesting. You get actually a little bit of inconsistency with the calling of that extra step into a shot. Some officials will just let you take it, and others are right on it. I'm not sure that I've seen anything to indicate that you couldn't get away with that today until now, so it'd be interesting to watch moving forward.
Good move that time by Trombley. Back up to 9 points. 24-15. Jansen. Cross court, Green. And those have got to be bounce passes. We've shown you can't pass over the top of people like that, and they've been tipped. Both this game and Northern, taller girls are going to tip those. You got to bounce past that.
If you want to sneak that in with an overhead pass or a chest pass, you got to go back to the old fake one to make one, or look them off with your eyeballs. Make sure that it's not deflected. Those deflections either lead to turnovers or ruin the rhythm of good shots. You can't shoot them. You can't really drive those passes. There's not much to do with them. Most of the time, you just end up running back on defense.
Annalise LaMontagne will come in for Green. Rutledge, good steal off the work by Cataldo. Jansen, hard to the basket, blocked. Saints will keep it. Good hustle by LaMontagne. And Jansen made a nice move, but unfortunately there's a couple 6'2" girls in there, and they got a piece of it.
Good adjustment not to foul also on their behalf. Able to get a clean block.
Cataldo takes it in, the runner, she has it.
Nice little floater by Cataldo.
Back down to 7 points, 24-17.
Saints got to hang in here for this 4 minutes.
Up ahead.
Good hustle.
Good move that time by number 23, Morgan James, and that run and jump is intimidating, but if you get caught, you're going to be giving up some easy baskets. Osco, bounce pass Cataldo, outside, Jansen, LaMontagne to Rutledge.
Saints can afford to stay patient.
Cataldo, nice pass. Jansen, rim no good, rebounded by Rutledge, and that pass was in between the two girls. Good hustle by the Saints. 26-17, 3:23 left, first half.
tough spot there. I think Mia was going to be able to get another shot almost from the same angle as the first one. A lot of times you see a shooter make an adjustment, especially one as
Good block by LaMontagne, and Cataldo starting the fast break. Picks up the foul, and it's going to be 1-on-1. That was a very nice block by Annalise LaMontagne.
Met her right at the top, at the apex there, and sent it away. No body contact at all. You see that a lot of times where a player will go up and think it's a clean block, but they get all kinds of body. There was a clear gap there. And now, for the remainder of the half, anytime the Saints are fouled, they're going to shoot. So
Cataldo makes one.
Back in.
Number 12, Lauren Fiedler.
Second shot for Cataldo. In and out. And controlled by Big Reds.
Saints weren't able to set up a trap there. Poor Huron off balance.
Osco with a rebound. Cataldo now. Jansen. Rutledge. 3. Yes.
Love it.
And she took that shot with confidence, and it was exactly the right shot.
She knew she was shooting that as she started coming off the opposite block and curling up to the top. She was prepared and in rhythm and knocked it down. Got it to 5 here for the Saints.
Trombley. The pass inside, blocked again by St. Clair. Osco fights with Trombley. It'll be, let's see, Port Huron basketball on the arrow.
Nice block. Like to see a little contact on that cutter. She came pretty free, but a good recovery by the Saints.
Oh, good shot that time by Holzberger.
She's done a nice job this first half. That's 9 points, and they've been at big critical times, and the Saints kind of seem to be creeping back in. She's hit a 3 or a jumper.
Osco, hard to the basket, and scores.
Great aggressive take. Saints need to get one of these.
And Rutledge diving on the floor.
Jillian Carrier.
And Saints basketball.
Good job, Julia.
Minute 55 left in the first half. You're watching St. Clair Saints girls varsity basketball here on CTV, community television. John Carter along with Brad Robbins. JP on the camera. Rutledge looks for Jansen. Osco over to Cataldo. Cataldo gets a step. Good move that time, and
A lot of contact. We'll let people play here.
here comes Trombley. Can't get it. Rebounded by. No, it's a scrum. Let's just call it that.
There's no doubt about it. Good shot by Lanshu.
That was tough. Saints had a chance for that, and it's been pretty rough inside, but it's been consistently rough. So
There's no doubt. I think Juliana Cataldo probably should have drawn a foul on her way in down here, and then could have made a good argument for Trombley at this end. Ultimately ends up in a 3-point.
not sure what that call was. Saints need to keep contact here. 31-23, minute 6. Don't want to let this good work they've had kind of be lost. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by, let's see, by Port Huron.
I'm a little lost at the last possession as Oscar went to the basket. It almost looked like they indicated a 3-second call. I don't know that the ball was even on this side of half court for 3 seconds before Oscar went to the basket.
Not sure what that was. Okay, champion Donaldson come back in. Out front. Tough shot.
Very tough.
And rebounded by Rutledge. Osco got some space. Back to Rutledge. Smart move. LaMontagne. Quick turnover there. Again, three-pointer. Rim no good. And that time they did call the foul.
Yeah, it's
Number 12, Allison Champion, will be going to the line.
3 or 4 possessions in a row. I see Coach Gilbert for the Big Reds trying to talk about time and situation a little bit. That's 3 times down the floor. We're seeing long, quick, off of one dribble type shots with an 8-point lead. You're doing the Saints a favor, I guess, unless you make it. Now putting the Saints on the line.
Champion, shots up and good.
Nice job by Allison Champion. Just casually strolls into the game for the first time, gets to the line, makes it.
Second shot for Allison. Up. Rim no good. Rebounded by Carrier. Carrier wide open. Bank shot 3. 17 seconds left. Joshua. No, that's.
It's too long of a passing lane over the middle there.
9 seconds. Gilbert partially blocked.
Great job by Champion.
And got a little hectic there at the end. I won't even try to call all the different possessions and who had what there. But after the first half, Saints lead 34-24. And Brad, a little bit hectic. And obviously Coach Boulard is trying to play a number of people here. He brought in really mostly substitutes there at the end of the half. But the Saints have stayed in contact, and maybe Port Huron doesn't shoot quite so well in the second half. Something could happen.
Yeah, that's what you're hoping for. I think you want to stay within shouting distance. I think they had it to like 4 or 6 with just a couple of minutes left in the half. It would have been nice to keep it right there. Weren't able to do so. It got a little helter-skelter, as you said. I think if there's anything you're going to talk about with your kids at half, is it doesn't matter who you are or how much you play. 34 is probably too many to be given up in a half. I know that Port Huron shot well and had 19 of those in the first quarter, but they followed that up with a pretty good effort in the second quarter, and the Saints had some opportunities they didn't cash in on. I'd also reinforce it's going to be physical, and don't expect to be given anything, be below the bucket. So focus in and knock it down on your own. Saints going to have to be aggressive and cut down some turnovers and create some of their own. Should be able to get right back in it.
All right, Saints trail 34-24 after the first half. Let's hear a word from our sponsors when we bring you back for the start of the second half.
Neiman's Family Market. Experience the Neiman's family difference. Fresh fruits and vegetables, where Michigan-grown products are featured daily. Local is more than what Neiman's sells. It's who they are. From Grandpa John's quality meats since 1952, featuring a complete meat and deli department, to Grandma Sophie's Bakery, to the Corner Cafe, even a complete pharmacy to serve you. That's what Neiman's Family Market is. Experience the Neiman family difference. St. Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware is open 7 days a week in the Riverview Plaza. Everything you need in hardware, from wiring, paint, tools, outdoor equipment, and even picnic and camping items. Check the specials on Valspar Paint and the Ace Hardware specials. St. Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware also has a complete gift department with candles, outdoor furniture, grills, and much, much more. St. Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Start of the second half. John Carter along with Brad Robinson. We were saying, interesting first half. Saints probably are regretting a bit. 34-24, that's a lot of points again. And I know Coach Boulard was not happy. He's giving up over 60 points a game, and that's not a recipe for being successful in girls basketball.
No, you give up 60 points. You score 60 in a girls' game, you expect to win the game, no doubt about it. Honestly, you get into the mid-40s in a good competitive girls' basketball game, and that's kind of the sweet spot. So to be at 34 at the half, that's just too many. It's not going to jive with the identity that Coach Boulard built within his program. And quite honestly, some of the seniors on this team, that's not going to jive with them real well. So be interesting to see how this half goes, and the guards are going to have to step up, put some pressure on defensively, and Saints are going to have to put the ball in the hoop. But 24 points is not bad output.
No.
They're just going to have to keep that pace.
All right, Christina Bohm back in. Starters, Rutledge, Savannah Green, Cataldo, and Mia Jansen. Outside shot, good.
Now the shooting percentage from Port Huron has actually been pretty impressive. We don't keep those types of next generation stats up here, but if if I had to guess, they're shooting into the 50% range here at least, and that's tough on a defense, regardless of how well you're playing.
Down deep, boom. And nowhere to go with that shot. Trombley quickly up court. Down deep. And jump ball.
That situation down there would have been nice communication-wise.
If she could have turned around and found Savannah.
Yeah, Savannah's on the opposite block.
Jump ball, and this goes back to what you were saying. They're really letting the girls play, and one of the things that happens if you grab a rebound or get a pass, there's a lot of grabbing going on. Rutledge, back out, boom, and Jansen. 36-24.
Last loose ball there, Juliana Cataldo and Trombley just going after the ball, and somebody bumps their head. I know it draws a reaction from the crowd, but it just so happens that two people were pulling on the same object. Something's got to give.
Cataldo comes on hard, and no foul called. Trombley, pull-up jumper, in and out. And it's going to be white basketball.
It's been tough going to the rack here for anybody. They're letting you get away with whatever you want at the cup. Frustrating when you feel like your kids are doing a good job of getting to the rim and not being rewarded for it.
Rutledge, high post to Green, back door, Cataldo, in and scored.
Nice play call, design back door.
Up quickly.
Feel-good sets that you can go to.
Down deep is it's going to be a foul, I think, on Green. Probably a good foul. James had position underneath, and ball came right back to her. Second foul for Savannah.
Especially since it's on the floor.
Three-pointer off the rim, no good. Bohm with the rebound.
Bank wasn't
10-point game.
Carrier that time.
Good play by Landshut. And Holzberger goes hard, and she's on the line. Good overplay that time by the Saints. Got a hand to the pass and then forced Holzberger to be out of bounds.
Holzberger kind of running a one-man press, just putting enough pressure on. It's kind of a fake pressure, but it's getting the Saints to...
I think they're trying to take the ball out of Rutledge's hands.
There you see Mia try to get it to her, and honestly, she didn't have to. There's nobody around her, and it's just enough pressure to cause the Saints to go a little faster than they want to and do things they shouldn't.
All right, both Green and Bohm now have three. James.
Good switch and rotation.
And good rotation that time. Cataldo came down, took the pass away. .22 is Julia Gilbert. She'll be bringing the ball in. Holzberger down deep. Gilbert knocked away. Jansen coming up quickly.
Coach Gilbert asking a lot of the same questions that Coach Boulard's asking here in the paint.
Down deep, Green, Jansen. And stepping out of bounds was Holzberger.
Kind of at a stall here. It's a
Yeah,
10-point number. It's just kind of been ugly.
A little bit of a lull, not many shots, a lot of turnovers. 36-26, Saints trail. Green out to Rutledge. Back to Cataldo, open. Three-pointer. Riemann got it.
Soft rims. That's an athletic director three there. Who ordered those? Plenty of time to set for Cataldo. Nice baseline out of bounds play. Emphasis on some post up for Christina Bohm and sneak the guard all the way through for the corner three. Great job.
And rebound again by Bohm. Reverse layup didn't go. Up quickly, Rutledge. Down deep, Green. Back to Rutledge. Cross court, Cataldo. Bohm. Green. And she got it.
Nice shot by Savannah Green. Good look there by Christina Bohm to get it to her, confident, quick in rhythm. Saints cut it to 5.
Going to be a foul called that time. And that's going to be 4 on Green, unfortunately. Just made a jumper. And the Saints going to have to manage the foul situation now. Both Bohm with 3, Green with 4. Delana Osco comes in. She played well the first half.
Haven't been a lot of fouls called really in the game, but it seems like all the same people are collecting them. So that's a tough break for Savannah Green, just kind of getting into a rhythm, and she's going to sit for a pretty substantial amount of time here, so long as this game is close.
Good play again by Rutledge, taking the ball away, causing the jump ball. Now, it'll stay Port Huron, but that's an extra possession for St. Clair down the line. So good job by Alexa. Outside jumper, no good. Rebound.
Having a hard time. Saints just need to kind of catch a break here.
Yep.
They're not getting any of the bounces when it comes to stuff like that. Delana Osco's in really good position.
Oh, that was too easy. Good cut that time by Gilbert.
Let that one carry into your defense on the inbound play, and leads back to 7.
Jansen quickly reversed to Cataldo. And knocked away by Gilbert. Jansen will trigger it in. Cross court, Bohm. Spins. Rutledge. Down deep, Bohm. Turn around and draws a foul. Christina does a nice job. That's a couple times we've seen that turnaround jumper where she gets down deep, she gathers herself, and she has enough elevation that she can overtop people.
Yeah, she can master that turnaround jumper. That's not an easy shot to block, and obviously it's likely to draw fouls. And there's a lot of things she can go to off of that as well. Spin back through. She likes to go back to that right hand, so she's got to get some development to the left so that's an option for her. But yeah, the athleticism is very apparent, and she's got some good basic skills that are going to allow her to build and become more creative with her game.
Trombley and Gilbert come back in for Port Huron. Second shot for Bohm. Back rim no good. Rebounded by Trombley. Emma Trombley quickly up court. Holzberger. Trombley has 2 or 3 inches, it looks like, on Osco. That's going to be called a travel. A little too quick with the basketball. 38-31. Saints trail by 7, 3 minutes, 3 seconds.
Little one-man press again, just enough pressure to bother by Holzberger. She's done a nice job of it. Just being disruptive,
Yep.
It's not created. She's got a couple turnovers on her own, does little things that just take you out of rhythm, able to knock the ball out of bounds away from Alexa Rutledge there. Makes the Saints reset.
Bohm, nice leap with the catch. Goes hard and tipped away. Don't foul her, don't foul her. Down deep, Osco can't reach around Trombley. That's good look that time. Trombley with excellent position. And she gets it back up to 9. Saints can seem to get it to 5 or 7, but just have not been able to move it closer.
I haven't found a way to crack the 5-point code yet.
And that's going to be a little bit of a push that time by Gilbert. Carol Donaldson maybe a little bit of speed on her, but gives up a bunch of inches on the other side.
Just tough though, for both teams to get in any rhythm. I don't think we've seen really that called tonight much, and I'm not 100% sure how that's not a shooting foul. Cara Donaldson was on her way to the rim. I don't. It's been difficult to gauge what you're going to get.
Good interception by Bohm. Cataldo draws hard to the basket, and she created that. She just said, "I'm going to the basket, and someone's going to have to hit me."
Right, and I think that's a well-earned foul. I don't think Trombley was in good guarding position, so if you can't find a way to get in good guarding position, you attack that spot, which Cataldo did. I don't see a huge difference between what Cataldo did and what Cara Donaldson did just a moment ago. But again, I don't have any say in that. So Juliana gets to shoot foul shots and Kara doesn't.
LaMontagne replacing Osco.
LaMontagne did a nice job in her first rotation in the first half. A couple good energy plays, nice block.
Second shot for Juliana. A little bit short off the rim and rebounded by Gilbert. To the other Gilbert. Up ahead. And good pass that time. Julia Gilbert. Found Landshut. Rutledge. Bohm over to Donaldson. Don't go in the corner. Back out Bohm. Three-pointer. Rim at the wire above. And the Saints trail by 10.
Right back where we started this quarter. A little bit better defensive effort here, but
Minute 45.
Saints got to pick it up on the offensive end.
Gilbert. Oh, it's going to be a foul, I think, on Alexa Rutledge.
Not able to get her feet over in time into that gap. Start helping with your hands, and that's a recipe for a foul call. Or just her first, though, so no real trouble there.
Go deep. Donaldson with the basketball. Up ahead quickly. Joshua's in. Alexis Joshua, hard of the basket, and blocked away by Gilbert.
Good speed there by Alexis Joshua. Nice block there by the Big Reds. Saints just not really getting any contact on screens in their baseline out of bounds plays. Those are good opportunities to score, and they just haven't been able to do it.
Landshut thought about it. Trombley all the way in, and she draws a foul. And this is what happened again. Saints getting beat down floor.
Six-foot foul, number 1, Juliana Cataldo, her first.
Still just one foul on Cataldo. Trombley will go to the line, shooting 2. First shot's up, and it's good.
Trombley, a featured player, I think, through the offense. That's just her 5th point, but man, she's kind of made a big impact on getting into the paint, wearing down some of the size that the Saints have, and being on the glass, some of the impromptu traps. You see there, Julia Gilbert does the same thing. Once again, every rebound is contested. There's no free outlets. Saints have to be very aware of it.
And this is a smart move by Gilbert, poor Huron coach, and put some pressure on with inexperienced guards for St. Clair.
30-second timeout.
Good quick press.
And Saints trail by 11. And as you said, just kind of status quo here, third quarter.
I just haven't been able to get a run put together. Some of that, I think, on either end of it, whether you're the Big Reds or the Saints, not being able to pull away if you're the Big Reds or close the gap much if you're the Saints. I really think the girls on both ends of it have had a hard time getting into a rhythm, understanding what is going to be allowed when they go into the paint. And it's led to a lot of turnovers and a lot of ugly plays back and forth, long spells of not scoring or followed up by a few layups in a row. So haven't seen a lot of set offense here.
That's true.
It's kind of been up and down.
Yep. All right, St. Clair basketball. Full court look from Port Huron. Donaldson will, nope, she won't bring it in. Bohm will bring it in. Saints set up in their press breaker. And 5-second call.
Not what you want to see if you're Coach Brulard. I just took a timeout to kind of hash some of those items out, and Saints turn it over on a 5-second. Although I will say, you'd rather have that than a quick turnover and a layup. At least they can set their defense.
Good shot that time. Trombley. Donaldson, guarded by Gilbert. She has some quickness on her. Brings it up. Left-handed. Nice pass. Bohm goes hard for the basket. Can't get it. Trombley brings it up. And here's Holzberger. Long three-pointer. Rim no good. White basketball.
have to find a way to solve the press.
And this is tough. Again, this is no excuses, but it's an inexperienced group out here, and you have to learn to run your press break, and you have to run it crispy. You can't do kind of rounded off cuts and half screens and those sorts of things that won't get you open.
Yeah, and even within that play, you had a couple of opportunities to throw the ball in bounds. It's just not seeing the whole picture for the inbounder. No doubt about it, one of the toughest things to do is find a kid who's got a knack for inbounding the basketball. That's a highly underrated part of it. Actually, I didn't notice it at all really until I started coaching. I was always fortunate to have teammates who seemed to be good at it or didn't struggle with it, but through coaching I found that is something that's very difficult for kids to see the whole picture and kind of do that quarterbacking.
Yes.
And if you miss one person, it can be a 5-second call or force your coach into a timeout.
And that's going to be travel. And again, that was physical, but these girls, I mean, the refs will call it this way the entire game, and you have to learn how to react to that.
Should not surprise anybody at this point in the game.
Champion
Everything
again.
is contested just like this.
Up ahead, LaMontagne. She gets it off. That was one of the first times they actually saw the referee rewarding kind of a fling.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was a set shot. That's a little bit more of a hope and a prayer, getting something on the rim here late in the third quarter, and the official decided to blow the whistle and send her to the line for these.
First shot's up, and it's good. Annalise LaMontagne Jr. knocks the first one down. Second shot's up, and off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Landshoot.
Kind of like this look from the Saints. Come up and pressure, why not? You're kind of at that point, you might as well.
Good move that time, Trombley, with some strength. And she's got clearly a physical advantage under the basket against the Saints right now, and she just rolled to her right and got it up on the rim and it went in. Trombley beyond the line, finishing the three-point play. Shots up, and it's good.
Trombley asserting herself in the second half really well. This has been a good third quarter for her. Really stepped up. Now that's the type of foul I want to. I talked about this with you at the half. That's the type of foul I'd like to see in the first 2 minutes of the basketball game. We haven't seen that type of foul yet. I mentioned the lack of rhythm that the girls have been able to get into on both ends. It just kind of creates ugly basketball.
Partially blocked on Christina Bohm that time. 12 seconds.
If it's blocked and goes out of bounds, it's hard to see that that's the Big Reds' ball. I'm not quite sure how that came to be.
Good catch by Donaldson. And blocked out by Gilbert.
But that was a clean ball. Saints with 4 seconds, bring the starters back in.
Try to run something, get a basket.
Get a quick shot. Unfortunately, it's in the corner. Not a lot of plays you practice.
Yeah,
it's
hard to get a quick shot off this area. Rutledge
gonna have to create one.
gets it off, but as you said, that's a tough place to play from. All right, last couple of minutes. Port Huron pulled away. They lead 48-33 after 3. We'll be back in just a moment.
Come to the Murphy Inn and enjoy the pub atmosphere or the dining room, which both offer a diner's menu. Murphy Inn offerings include the best pizza, burgers, ribs, steak, and fish around. Plus, there are great daily specials such as Edda's pasta, chicken, or fish and chips. Karaoke is every Wednesday and Saturday from 8 p.m. until midnight. Murphy Inn hosts live entertainment each Thursday and Friday from 8 until midnight. The Bernhuber family appreciates the opportunity to serve you at the Murphy Inn.
Welcome back, everyone. Start of the fourth quarter. John Carter along with Brad Robbins watching St. Clair Saints girls varsity basketball here on CTV, Community Television in St. Clair. Big Reds lead 48-33. And the Saints just have not been able to get close.
they've closed the gap to about 5 points on a number of occasions. Haven't been able to break that barrier, and right now is the time to push a little bit. You want to see if you can get this under 10 relatively quick and give it a go. It's going to start with the senior leadership on the floor. You got 4 seniors on the floor with a sophomore, and this is the group that's going to have to get them back into the game. Extend it, give them a shot.
Jansen now back out to Cataldo. Three-pointer, got it.
It's a good start.
And Saints going to show some pressure now. Gilbert. Outside, rim no good, rebounded by Green. And Jansen over to Rutledge.
If you're the Saints, you want that pressure to cause them to run and shoot quick and hope they go cold. You can get steals on the back end of it and quick rebounds that get you the ball back faster. You got to cash in.
Jansen down deep. Boom, back to Jansen. Three-pointer, yes! That's 6 quick points for St. Clair, and I think could very well see Port Huron calling a timeout. Coach telepathy there, but great start for St. Clair, 48-39. Jansen finally got a look, and she and Cataldo have both dropped in threes, and I think Coach Gilbert is probably also saying, let's run our offense a little bit. They've got a physical advantage, and they should take advantage of it.
Yeah, and really what was so good for Port Huron in the third quarter was the ability to get the ball inside to Trombley. She really asserted herself well. You want to go back to that if you're the Saints. I think you just got to keep putting the pressure in the front court here and try to make them go fast and maybe rush their shots a little bit. I think that's role reversal, but I think this group can do that to Port Huron a little bit. Then you do need a little luck. You need them to go cold, and you need to get some back-end steals. Looks like they're going to stick with it.
All right, good pressure by St. Clair. Holzberger down the right side, cross court, out front, Gilbert. Man shoot.
Better patience
Gilbert.
for the Big Reds here.
And they got it. There was a couple opportunities to take in those quick shots, and they ended up getting a 4-footer, which is, I think, probably what Coach Gilbert said. Let's get something close.
Coach Gilbert probably reminded the Big Reds where they were at in the game and time and situation.
Good rebound by Trombley.
Saints up front. Good job. Got to find a way to come up with a loose ball here.
Cataldo did just that. But why'd he blow the whistle? No, that was a mistake. Saints ball.
Tough spot there. That's just human error. There's not much you can do about it. He interpreted the play as a backcourt violation, and Juliana Cataldo might have been on her way to scoring.
Rutledge with a three.
They called her toe on the line. I figured they'd ignore that based on the errant whistle. They didn't, so gonna have to earn it back.
That's about 3 fouls that time.
Cataldo puts the ball on the deck, gets popped in the nose, goes to the cup.
Gets hit again.
And they're gonna call this on the floor.
Third foul on James. Saints get it down to 9. Boom. Rutledge deep to Bohm. Back to Rutledge. Tough pass to handle. Yep. Green. Good rebound. Jansen. 3. In and out. No good. Rutledge. I'm sorry. Bohm works for the foul for the rebound.
Good effort.
And Jansen doing her favorite Darius Slay move there on the sideline.
Knocks it out of bounds. Saints reset the defense. 5-19, 9-point lead. It's totally gettable here. Got the Big Reds a little out of sorts.
3-pointer. That's no good. Rebound.
There's the break that the Saints need there, and they just haven't been able to get it.
That's, again, that 3 we talked about where it doesn't hit anything and it just kind of comes off straight. Very hard to gauge, honestly, and it just kind of hit and didn't hit anything. It came through, and 4th foul on Christina Bohm. And Trombley on the line. First shot's good.
Both Bohm and Green playing with 4. At this point, you just let them go.
Yeah, 5 minutes, 7 or 10-point game. Second shot, it's good as well. And give some credit to Coach Boulard. He's keeping this team up. He's working the sideline hard, and I think many times for coaches that's an important thing, is to keep your team involved and up by providing some of the emotion yourself.
Yeah, you got them engaged. You got their attention here. This is a critical possession. It went back to 11 points. Saints had that momentum. Port Huron looked flustered. You got to keep them that way and see if we can get a couple possessions that come up with points.
Trombley missed. Cataldo with the rebound. And Rutledge. 4:44. Basket no good. Rebounded by Trombley, and she's just been, as you said, kind of the player. Knocked off Port Huron. Nope, off St. Clair. What do you say?
No definitive look, but I do believe that went off of St. Clair paw.
Holzberger. And out to Landshoot.
Saints haven't subbed here in this quarter. Used a lot of energy.
That's a travel, I think. Yep. No basket. Still 11 points. And here comes Rutledge. Cataldo.
Might have gotten away with it.
Yeah, it did. Definitely did.
Another jump ball.
Coach Bullard making the point. Down deep. Boom. Turns.
That's a tough spot there. You know,
at least the overall, as they said, if it's going to be a block.
I honestly don't believe that the Big Red touched the ball. I think she hit her in the elbow, which should have been a foul call. And they're just trying to make good on it.
Good also by Cataldo. And frankly, the referees are starting to lose control of this, because they're just letting the girls attack each other, and it's not good basketball, and it's really, and the girls have no choice. You have to play this way. It's the way the refs are going to dictate it. But it's too bad that they've allowed the game to degenerate like this.
Yeah, this is
because the Port Huron coach is just as angry as Coach Boulard.
Justifiably so. I know that people tune into these to listen and watch their girls play. It's been very difficult for them to find a measure of success when a game is proctored this way. This is just, it hasn't been clean and consistent, and girls haven't known which way is up for the most part, and it becomes frustrating for both coaches on both benches. I'm not advocating to say that that's the difference in the 11 points. I just think in terms of aesthetics, as you said before, it just has been an ugly basketball game based on what the girls have been allowed to do, or almost forced to do.
Savannah Green picked up her 5th, and really good foul shooting by Port Huron as well, as you mentioned.
Really good job.
And it's tough when you make your foul shots to have anybody come back. Second shot's up, and of course they missed that one. Jansen. That's probably the first time that no one's been attacked. Here comes Rutledge. Pull-up jumper. Off the rim, no good.
Saints expelled a lot of energy early on in this quarter. Haven't been able to sub a whole lot.
And again, Cataldo with the play.
I think Juliana's going to pull the line here.
And it's going to be 1-on-1 for Juliana. 3rd foul on Holzberger, who's I also say is a tough-nosed basketball player herself. So
yeah, she's done a great job. Very similar in identity to Juliana.
Shots up, around the rim in it, good. Donaldson will come in, replacing Noskow, probably for pressing purposes here.
Going to keep everybody up, give it a shot.
3:34. Saints down by 10. And Gilbert If they can keep the ball out of Holzberger's hands here.
It goes a long way. There's not a lot of comfort on the behalf of some of the other players. That's a ball that you got to get if you're the Saints. Forced an early shot and weren't able to come up with the possession.
Gilbert now back to Holzberger. Landshoot. And tipped away and fouled by Landshoot is Jansen.
Mia's got the ability. She's not super quick laterally, but she's good at anticipating. She's got long arms.
Long arms and fairly tall.
When you try to throw over the top of her as a guard, she's tricky. And when Coach Poulard wants to run some of the 2-3 zone out of bounds, it's amazing to see how many deflections she's able to get up at the top.
And no good. Rebound is knocked out of bounds by Port Huron. Stay Saint basketball. Well, as you said, and my old colleague Tony Monty used to say, you got to get it down under 7 by 2 minutes, and you got a chance.
You do.
And that's the Saints' 10-point lead, or 10-point deficit, I should say. 3 minutes 11 seconds. Donaldson reverses it back to.
Same plays earlier. See if it will go.
Rim no good. Rebound that time by Gilbert. And up ahead to James. And good hustle by Cataldo. And again, she was just attacked.
I don't know what to say. Great job by Juliana Cataldo to force a turnover. You get mugged. The ball goes out of bounds, apparently. She just threw it out of bounds. That was the result of the non-call.
And basically, Mike Boulard saying exactly what the Port Huron coach said about 3 minutes before, and it's just disappointing. That's not the way basketball. So, and I dislike intensely when we as announcers start criticizing referees, but tonight's been really poorly refereed, and it's just tough to watch.
Yeah, it's been difficult.
You can't reward plays like that by having, and again, both sides. It's been both St. Clair and Port Huron. You can't reward plays like that, and that's what that referee did. All right, 10-point lead. Still, 2 minutes 56.
Saints looking for that magic number of 7. They're one possession away from that. It's not over. They've had a hard time just climbing this hill. It's just been steady, keeping it right within the same distance. That gap would be running pretty parallel the whole way across the score chart here. So the Saints going to have to come up with a turnover. And honestly, they're probably going to have to just fight through a lot of contact to do it. I don't see that cleaning itself up here in the next 2:56. So every possession is going to be big, and you need to catch a couple of loose ball breaks, maybe a breakaway layup or two off of this ugly basketball that's kind of developed through the game.
And that's foul call that time. And the girls are rightfully getting more than a little testy. It's going to be a foul on Gilbert, I believe. And that's, if you're the Port Huron coach, you got to tell your girls, don't foul, because it stops the clock and it gives Saints a chance to score with the clock stopped. And that's, when you're coming from behind, that's exactly what you want.
No doubt about it. This is the recipe for the Saints. Get to the line, got to make foul shots.
Rutledge through the rim and good. Cuts it to 9. Trombley back in, and she's been the best player out here for Port Huron. A little surprised she's replacing Holzberger.
I think they thought that Holzberger had the foul called on her, and they thought it was her 5th, but it looks like it was supposed to be 15. Good break there for the Big Reds as Holzberger will get to stay. She's kind of the tone setter for them.
Yeah, she's the glue. Second shot for Rutledge, off the rim, no good. And that's fine. That's a good try by Kara. No reason not to try to go for the ball there.
You don't mind that. Oftentimes, I'm not sure who they've identified as the shooter. Foul away from the ball. If they put one of their lesser free throw shooters on the line, this is actually a great play. Didn't have to allow the Big Reds to bring the ball up the floor. Just the clock stops entirely. 3-possession basketball game. You got Mia Jansen on the floor. That could be 3 trips.
True. All right. Number 22, Julia Gilbert, freshman. Shots up. Rim no good. Rebounded by Cataldo. And she gets it to Rutledge. Cataldo, good fake. And blocked by Trombley.
That was the lesser
I think I'd follow her again.
of some of the contact that we've seen. So good break for the Saints there.
And Kara Donaldson with the rebound. Donaldson brings it up. Cataldo. Back to Donaldson. Three-pointer. Oh, in and out. But Cataldo with the rebound. And she falls the foul. That was a good shot that time by Kara. Inside out. Had a good look. Just in and out. And then Cataldo had position. And she has the rebound. And she's got a chance to make two.
Great job that time. That's the shot you want Kara taking there. Her feet were set. Earlier she tried a three that didn't look quite as comfortable, and that one, that's just, you don't want to change anything after that shot. That's going to go down most of the time. Just a little misfortune.
Champion comes in. Cataldo on the line. Second shot's up, and it's good.
Her 15th point of the night. Kind of a quiet 15, but a lot of energy out of her. Saints sell out with it.
Someone's got to be back, though. You can't have all five players. Oh, no.
Yes, Allison Champion tried to inbound with her feet half on the line. You know, it's interesting, though. I don't know that she ever left the floor, and I'm not sure that it was a complete violation. I don't think Coach Boulard saw it to argue it. I also don't think that it was intentional. So
Trombley, rebounded by Bohm. Rutledge. And here comes Alexa. That'll be St. Clair basketball. 10 points still. And the Saints just have not been able to figure out a way to get this game close enough to really be a contest. Rutledge has it in the backcourt. Just under two. Jansen now.
Can't be super picky now. Minute 53, first available.
Yep. Rutledge down deep. Cataldo. Can't get it. Rebounded by Trombley. And now to Lanchute to Holzberger, and picks up a foul on Cataldo, I think. Donaldson will come back in for St. Clair. Holzberger, everybody's in the double bonus now. 2 shots. First shot's up a little short. Donaldson comes back in for Champion.
Yeah, double bonuses for both teams. We got here the hard way.
Yeah. Second shot's up. That one's good.
Holzberger with her 10th point. Done a nice job tonight. Really has.
Rutledge brings it up. Minute and a half. Donaldson. Good take by Kara, and picks up the foul and the basket. And Kara's been an asset, especially the second half. She's come in and done a very nice job. Fourth foul on James, number 23. Kara's shot's up, back rim no good, and somehow gets it away. That's going to foul called on Rutledge. Part of the problem is you're not sure what's going to be called, what isn't going to be called. Some refs call something, some don't, but that was probably a foul. Rutledge picks it up. And again, at this point in the game,
there's no real bad fouls now. You're trying to extend this game for about an hour if you can do it if you're the Saints. You know, this is a 9-point game. If you can extend it and get
a couple threes
to miss.
That one's short. And rebounded by Cataldo.
Sure rebound.
Cataldo takes it in. And she draws a foul.
You're going to be frustrated if you're Coach Gilbert because your girls aren't quite getting the position that they should, and then when they're being attacked, they're kind of flailing their arms.
And plus, again, you keep on stopping the clock.
All right, 4 seconds went by, and back on the line for the Saints. Got to make foul shots.
And this is the time when it gets a little fatigue sets in and your legs aren't quite as strong, and just got to make them work through it.
Tough to simulate this amount of fatigue in any practice.
Second shot, climbs in.
Athletic director roll. Rims being generous to Juliana Cataldo on a couple shots.
All right.
Saints got it to 8.
56-48. And they'll have a chance to put the press on with the timeout call by Coach Boulard. Entertaining basketball game, and again, the Saints have played 3 difficult Class A schools so far, and it's always two schools of thought, right? There's one school of thought, you want to schedule a couple cupcakes, as they call them, and get your team confident and get a couple wins under your belt. The other is to go out, and I think this is the Tom Izzo school of thought, play as many tough people as you can and get yourself ready, and it makes the league seem easier.
Yeah, I think the philosophy behind either one just kind of depends on what kind of team you think you're going to have. You know, if you're young, dating back to when some of these kids, Mia and Alexa and Juliana, were sophomores, I think there were a few more cupcakes on the schedule. And when I say cupcakes, it's just not the Class A, grinded out kind of schools that we've scheduled this year. But, you know, after coming off of a league title and having some hopes to do that again and now moving up a league, I think it's okay. You got the Saints that have crossed way up, playing against some pretty good competition to start, some schools with some enrollment that is nearly twice as many kids as walk around St. Clair High School every day, and a bigger pool to draw from. But you feel like you got senior leadership, and this game's been plenty competitive. It's been ugly, but it's been competitive. I don't mind it. The girls you just got to fight the battle now, keeping all the perspective in the right order, and all your goals are still in front of you no matter what the outcome of this game is.
Saints had a really good look that time, and Mia, and that was a good play. Bohm with a great anticipation for the interception. Mia had a great look, all you could ask for. And James will go to the line. Morgan James, another sophomore, on the line for 2.
Yeah, good defensive possession out of the timeout. Got a steal.
And
got
she
your
makes
best
first.
shooter, 3 in the corner. Can't ask for more than that.
Nope. Second shot's up, and it's good as well.
Morgan James, 13 of her own tonight. She's been excellent.
If I had my druthers, I think I'd try to foul 22 Gilbert. She didn't look very comfortable shooting her foul shots.
She's just a freshman, I believe, as well.
Cataldo, Rutledge, scores! Good strength by Alexa Rutledge as she split the defenders, got the reach in, and she put it in. There's a lot of positive things the Saints going to take away from this ball game here. 45 seconds left, 8-point deficit, but there's a lot of the girls that played very well tonight.
Oh, yeah, the effort hasn't been an issue the whole night. Like a little bit better foul shooting here late, but we talked about the fatigue. It's just been a grinded-out ordeal.
That's going to be, I'm not sure who was called on. Could have been anyone of 4 Saints.
Juliana Cataldo. This is going to send the younger Gilbert to the stripe. That's probably the one you'd pick. Saints shoot their foul shots a little bit better here in the fourth quarter, and this is a 4-point-ish game right now, and makes a difference.
Yep, I think this is the person, if you'd had a chance, this is the one you probably would have selected, but second shot now. That one's good. Boom. Gets it into Rutledge. 9-point lead for Huron. 30 seconds left. Donaldson. And intercepted nicely by Gilbert. Trombley.
That was probably the possession that's going to
put the nail in it. And I think they'll try to play a little bit of keep away now. And coach is saying no foul, so.
9-point game. It's going to be a patty cake finish here. Saints with good effort. Got it. You know, this is one of those things as you draw on it as the season goes on. I think Coach Boulard will tell his kids later on in the year, like, this is a game you got to go find a way to win, and hopefully throughout the course of the year they'll learn that, they'll develop that, and you got some kids some real quality minutes in the third quarter, you know, that needed it, and they got it against a good quality opponent who now moved to 2-0, and the Saints still looking for that first win, but they'll get it.
Yeah, no doubt. It's a, again, good basketball game. Saints On the losing end again, 59-50. We will see you again next week, as we'll be doing both a boys and girls basketball game at the end of next week, Thursday and Friday, back here on CTV Channel 6. John Carter for Brad Robbins, JP on camera, and we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye, everybody.
This CTV sports presentation has been brought to you by St. Clair Chevy, Buick GMC, We Care. By Murphy Inn Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. By North Star Bank, North Star guiding the way. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware. And by CTV Community TV in Marine City in St. Clair.